They say when you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are. But is that really the case? Because I don't necessarily want to be living in a world that thinks it knows who I am based on what I say. Sure, I do understand that words are really that powerful, but I simply don't think that words do us any justice in expressing ourselves and portraying who we truly are, in conveying to the world who we truly are. No matter how expressive you are, no matter how articulate you are. Because I think that words are a new world construct. And it doesn't do the spirit any justice in expressing its truth, in portraying or conveying its truth. Language was, by essence, constructed based on separation. So it wouldn't do the spirit any justice in portrayal and expression. But if words aren't how you're defined, if words isn't the way to tell the world, to show the world who you are, then what is? What does justice in expressing who we truly are? Is it perhaps your actions, or is it your reaction to external situations? Is it how you show up? For example, there's another saying that your first reaction, and your reaction could be simply a feeling or a thought when something is happening externally, and the first thought or the first feeling that comes rushing in, or the first action you think about taking, is how you were raised up, is how you were nurtured. In other words, it is how you were programmed in your childhood. That's your first reaction. And then when you give it some thought and you come up with a second reaction, or you feel a second feeling, or you think a second thought, that's how you wish to appear to the world. That's how you wish the world would see you. That's who you wish to be at that time, for that moment. Not infinitely, not absolutely, just for now. So that's how you wish to be seen. That's how you wish to express or yourself or be portrayed. And finally, the third reaction is who you truly are. It happens, it comes based on your current vibrational alignment. It's also not absolute, it is simply who you are at the current moment. It's what you're vibrationally aligned with, how your subconscious is at the current moment. So is that how you should be seen? Is that how we should be defined? Is it your actions? Is it your words? Is it your reaction to situations? And perhaps it is all of them, in all honesty. It is, sure, all of them. But it's more so your awareness of yourself, of your external reality. But before understanding how to find your true self, how to understand your true self, you should become aware that finding your true self, or understanding yourself, knowing who you truly are, isn't really an end result, isn't really about the destination. Your true self isn't circled down and hiding at your depths, waiting to be found, waiting for you to find it. It's not that the more you dig deeper within yourself, you're going to reach to that absolute state, to your absolute final stage of being. Your true self is at every moment and at every second, and is everything. Your true self is who you are today, and who you are tomorrow, and who you are next month and next year. it's the journey, it's a process. Just like awakening, just like ascension, just like shifting your reality, shifting, joining in the ascension, in the collective shift. It's not something that you arrive to at a specific moment. It is something that's ever happening. It is something that has started since your spiritual awakening, that has intensified since your spiritual awakening, and has started since your birth. It was determined through your soul, through your higher self. It was determined through the childhood you experienced, through the traumas you've experienced, through the traumas you have overcome. So that's what's important about when you're trying to understand who you truly are, when you're trying in better statement to remember who you truly are, is to understand that it is a process, that it is about the journey, that it is happening every day. And that's how you best understand yourself. That's how you best, I think, that's how we are best defined. I've learned so much more about myself through daily events, interactions, through daily reactions to very regular things. So it's a much more profound, your true self, understanding, defining who you truly are, is a much more profound process, yet a very much more simpler process than what words you logically use or what actions you do out of wittiness, or it's not your intellect, it's not your logic, it's not how you could put on a facade and be whomever you want to be and express yourself to the world however you want to be expressed, however you want to be portrayed, through words, through actions, even through habits. You could put on a facade. Eventually it's going to become you, and that's fake it till you make it. But in essence, who you truly are lies in how you react to the clerk, how you react to your waiter, how you perceive the world around you. How do you feel when you first wake up? It's about consciousness. It's about being aware of your awareness. And it's elusive by nature to understand the concept, but it's not difficult. It's not because it's hard. It's simply because it's not a very regular thought. It's something that you don't often think about. That's why it's elusive. That's why it's unusual. But it's simpler than you think. For example, your first level of awareness is, what I would ask myself is, who am I that who've chosen to record this video, to think these thoughts and convey them through this video? Who is that person? Perhaps is that me? Is that who I truly am, perhaps? And then I would find a higher level of awareness, observing and acknowledging that person, that awareness that chose to make this video, that chose to say those words. And through that level of awareness, I'm thinking, through that higher level of awareness, I'm thinking that perhaps I'm channeling all of these words through that level of awareness, and that's who I truly am. But then again, who was the me? Who am I that's now observing that higher level of awareness? That's thinking about the thought that this level of awareness, that this higher level of awareness is who I truly am. And then you will find that this process could go on and on and on forever. Because in truth, you are a higher dimensional being. You're an infinite being. You're an infinite dimensional being, and you cannot be bound by words, by language, by thoughts, by perspectives, by levels of awareness, by levels of consciousness. You're simply infinite. We're simply infinite beings. And we cannot be bound, we cannot be defined. So if you wish to pin yourself down to a simple word or a simple action or a simple habit, be my guest. In the end, it's for you. It's whatever you choose to. But is that really you? Is that really is who you are really an end result? Is it really an outcome? Is it really something that's waiting to be found? Or is it the process of being you? Or is it the being in the human? The being in the 3D, it's an everlasting process. It's an ever-changing process. It's an everlasting change. But who you truly are is, I found that I've learned more about myself, more than through meditation, more than through shadow work, more than introspection or retrospection, or going into nature, or going to the Himalayas, or going to this and that. I've learned more about myself in simple daily reactions and interactions and perceptions, perspectives. Notice how you perceive everything. Notice how you perceive your cup of coffee. Notice how you perceive that situation. Notice how you perceive that person down the street. Notice how you perceive bumping into someone you know. Notice, observe how you perceive someone cutting you in line while driving. Notice how you perceive yourself, how you perceive your loved ones, how you perceive, how you put on, how you get dressed up in the morning for work or for going out. Observe yourself. It's about your awareness. It's about observing yourself. You understand everything through observing the little details. There is something to learn in each and everything around you. You are a reflection. You are reflecting who you are to the outside. And that tells you who you are. It's an interrelated loop, feedback loop. An interrelated feedback loop is the input serves the output and the output serves the input in a loop. And that's how you understand yourself. That's how you know your true self. That's how you find your true self. Or better stating yet again is, that's how you remember your true self. But when you pin it down to an end result, you get caught up in that outcome and you forget about the process and you never find your true self. You keep seeking it over and over yet again while you are infinite. So it's in how you perceive your external reality. It's in how you perceive the world around you. It's in how you perceive your own awareness. Just like the example I just mentioned earlier. It's in how you perceive your reaction to your waiter, to your friends, to your family, to yourself. It's what you tell yourself. It's seeing all of those things that really give you the feedback of who you are, of where you are at the current moment, of what you need to work on for now. It's what fills that gap. It tells you what's lacking. It tells you what's in surplus. What's there's more of in your life than necessary. Are you overreacting? Are you being overwhelmed by something unnecessary? Are you over stressing? Are you over fearing? Are you over in your anxiety? Are you overreacting? So it's in this life serving as a mirror that you know who you are. It's the understanding that your external reality is a reflection of your internal reality that tells you who you truly are. What are you attracting to yourself? What are you creating? How much of it is intentional and how much of it is unintentional? Because you are the creator of your life. So How do you perceive what you are creating in your life? And how you perceive your perception to that creation, to your reaction to everything, how you perceive the thing and how you perceive your own perception. That's how you learn about yourself. That's how you find your true self, through each and everything around you, through all of the little and small details in your life. Thank you so much for tuning into another video by AF's Conscious Frequency. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, because it helps me so much and it helps this video find its way to many more others who might actually need it.